Welcome to Grumpy. Come here, come here. That's better. Welcome to Grumpy John's garage. Today we're going to do up the U-bolts on the axle. As I showed you in the last one, that's got a big hole, a wide hole, and that one's got the thin one. And as you can see, that one fits in there. That one fits over that part of the casing, but yet that is a thinner one that goes over the axle shaft. If you note, there's a pin in the middle of the spring there that goes through that hole there. The only thing I don't have is washers, spring washers for these. So they're just getting buttoned up enough just to hold it in place so that it doesn't move. It's that many years ago I bought these U-bolts. I can't remember if they came with washers or spring washers or what they came with. You know, the one thing that annoys me about doing this is looking through all the bits and pieces, looking through all the parts for something. That really annoys me. No air tools in this Jeep. No chance. Might have to use one on the pinion seal when we take that off. My brother's coming in and he's going to do the pinion seal for me, as I mentioned before. The seals in the back axle, the inner seals, he thinks that I should really do them. Just nipping it up with my 3/8 could do with getting a wee hammer down. That's better. Yeah, they definitely need washers. Definitely need washers. Yeah, got washers and spring washers in the back ones. Anyway, shocker time. Oh, it's a wee bit short. Go. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, I wish it was as easy as that, but it's not. How the heck am I going to get that one? This is the hard bit. The bottom one's easier than the top. Sweet. Right, let's do the top one. I'm going to move them. If I don't move them, they'll get spilt. Longer pair. Nearly. Nearly. Go. Got fright. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Nice wee bit of scratch there, but I'll touch that up. All get touched up in the end. That's that one done. See that one better. Springs on. That seemed to be spring washer short. Right, next job is the torque reaction spring. Now we've done the other side, we'll do this side. Put the torque reaction spring on. And this is it here. It's a double spring with the shocker on it, the shocker mount, and then a small helper spring on the bottom with a shackle to hold them, to clamp them together. And then you've got a brass bush in there in the end. The brass bushing goes onto a shackle, like that, with a brass bush. As you can see, it's thicker at the top and thin at the bottom. So when it sits on the vehicle, it goes on like that, hangs down the way, both sides. Okay. Then you've got a pin to go through. You've actually got two pins. You've got a top shackle pin, and then you've got the bottom one. And you've got the U-bolts. They're just two exact same U-bolts. And then you've got the torque reaction bolt locking plate. What this does, you get the wee hex there. This goes over the top of that once you've got it set. That bolt goes through the chassis, and that part of this butts up against the chassis. In the end there's washers. They were in the one that I took off, so I'm just putting them back on. I think they're just to help with strength. And that bolts in through that hole onto the chassis like that. First thing I've done is centre the axle in the spring as usual. I think the best way to do this would be to put it on the front first, like the shocker, and then clamp it up at the back. That's what I'm going to try. One's not lined up. That's better. That wasn't easy. And I've got this bit left to do. That was tight. Still don't think it's even right. This is the only way I can think of doing it, is G-clamping it. Shackle on the other side now. Just needs to twist a wee bit. There we go, that's the torque reaction spring fitted, and the shackles and the U-bolts. That's basically the front axle bolted onto the chassis now. All I've got to do is do the hubs and steering. Tomorrow I think I might build up the brakes in the front. All I've got to do is put the nipples in, grease them up. That's both axles now clamped onto the chassis, and what a job that was. That was a hard enough job. Oh, shocker. I'll do the shocker and then I'm going to make a cup of tea. better. Finally. So it fits. That's it done. That was hard work. I don't think anything of that was easy. And with that, I'm going to make a cup of tea, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.